everyone. Welcome to our bonus AMA with our partners over at Grow with Google. On behalf of the entire Hello Alice team, we're extremely excited to do something brand new that we've never done before. Because of your amazing participation during our Using YouTube to Grow Your Business sprint, we are doing a bonus AMA where we are focusing specifically on the questions you have as it pertains to utilizing YouTube for your business. So I am extremely excited to welcome back to the stage Sixcia Devine, an amazing Grow with Google trainer, as well as my teammates and awesome friends, Danielle Talaria and Brittany Hall, who will be helping facilitate today's conversation. So with that, I'd love to set the stage real quick to frame how this conversation is going to work. So first and foremost, we are going to have our chat specifically for discussions and questions. So please, let's keep from promoting our businesses or any ad related posts. Let's keep them out of our chat. And if you'd like to ask questions, please use the Q&A window down below. It is the chat bubbles. So with that, I'd love to pass the mic over to Sixcia to tell us a little more about Grow with Google.
Hey, everybody. First of all, thank you so much for being part of this Q&A Tuesday. So if you came to our last presentation, we learned all about how to create a channel and really how to optimize your presence. So a little bit about me and what I do, but more specifically about the program called Grow with Google. So Grow with Google is an initiative where we really try to simplify the whole process of using technology as it relates to Google tools. And so part of my job is to really put all of the technology jargon and everything that you need to do in order to reach your goals in a really simplified way in which you could just take action on. So we're speakers. We're a small group of 14 people, and we do educational programs that have to do with how to grow your business on YouTube, how to get your business online, how to use analytics. And we have a series of different workshops specifically to help you grow online. And not only that, we also work with folks who are learning basic technology skills and folks that are looking to get out into the workforce. So again, part of my job is really to give you the information you need in a way that's easy and simplified. And so I also happen to be bilingual. So the same information that you get in English, we could also deliver it in Spanish. And by the way, if you've taken high school Spanish, it's an awesome way for you to practice your Spanish and also use a new skill. So you can find more information if you Google Grow with Google, or if you simply put Grow with Google Partners. We also have a partner program for organizations, nonprofits, chambers of commerce, and folks who really cater to small business communities and workforce development, where you can connect with a trainer like myself, and we could bring these trainings to your community. So that's a little bit about Grow with Google. Oh, and one last thing, we've trained over 5 million folks. So that's a lot of people, and we hope to double and maybe triple that.
And we are here to support your growth, Sixcia. We have really loved partnering with you on bringing this content to the team, to the business owners on our platform. So yeah, we are extremely excited to be diving into these topics today. So I understand you have a quick presentation for us, and if any questions come up as Sixcia is going through the presentation, which will cover some of our popular questions that were received over the last week, please feel free to put them in the Q&A window, and I will be sure to shout them out to her. So thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jillian. And by the way, I know that we have folks that are connected from all over the United States. I'd love to learn where you're connecting from. So I'm going to be looking at the chat area in a little while. And in is going to help me with all of those Q&As that you will have for me on this Tuesday. All right, so today's session is an opportunity for us to really dive into some of your specific questions and really to humanize the whole experience of using YouTube. By the way, I always like to share a little bit of my name. Real quick, the pronunciation, as you heard, is Sixcia. That is my real last name. A lot of folks are like, oh my gosh, did you make that name up? Are you a dancer? Are you an entertainer? Well, I do dance, but not for funds. I am a trainer and I try to educate people as much as I can. A quick story about my name. It took my mother 6 years to have me, and she went through 6 procedures, and she came from the Dominican Republic and landed in the smallest state in the United States called Rhode Island. And finally, after 6 years, 6 procedures, I was born in a year that ends with the number 6. So my grandfather, who's very entrepreneurial and very creative on so many levels, said, you know, we have to give this child a name with the number 6 in English. So he wrote the number 6 in English, S-I-X. And then he said, you know, she's been so secret for such a long time, and hopefully she's going to be really smart, just like the Central Intelligence Agency. So check this out. He put the number 6 and CIA together and gave me my name. So it's pronounced Sixcia. This is my last name is my married name. And so there's a story of my name. So hopefully when I see you, you'll be able to make a connection with my name and also the pronunciation. And here we go. This is the link right here. If you want to get more details on the Grow with Google program, you can go ahead and copy that. So a little bit about what we've learned with our partnership with Hello Alice. So in the first sprint, we learned how the Google search works and how small businesses can use Google tools, okay, to connect with their customers in a way that's very simplified using a platform called Google My Business. So some of the key takeaways, by the way, were the following, but if you wanted to see a recording of that, you can go to the Hello Alice site and you can find those details. So then that way, if you attended that session, great. If you wanted to take a look at that, you can also find the video on some of the points here that I'm going to share with you, okay? So we talked about how search engines like relevant and original content. So how content is king and how it's really important you to understand who your consumer is. The second thing we learned is how to regularly publish new content on your site, how to be consistent, how to be able to use, again, those keywords and those phrases. And then finally, how to consistently update your business profile, including how to post information in the posting area where you can post information about new events, new products and services. If you have a coupon that you would like to share, you could do that all on the Google My Business platform, okay? So again, if you want more information, check out the Hello Alice platform. So for the session that we're going to be talking about as it relates to all of your questions are the following. So if you attended the last session with Pamela Starr, you learned how to create your YouTube channel and how to add videos to your YouTube channel, okay? So the 3 lessons that you should have taken away, and of course, this is a learning process, right? So the first lesson is creating compelling video content. So how do you create engagement? How do you humanize the whole experience where you can get folks to become subscribers, you can help them, etc. The second thing we learned is how to create your YouTube channel, how to upload art, and how to use some of that artwork to reflect your business's brand. And then how to create and add videos to your YouTube channel. That was more of a technical part where we showed you how to upload those details, okay? And then, so here are some really important statistics that we like to share, okay? So according to IPO, 72% of small businesses in the US feel that getting started on YouTube is easy, okay? Yeah, it's easy, but guess what? You have to work it, which is why you are here. The second thing that this business said, this data collection agency said, 65% of small businesses feel that YouTube helps their business reach new customers during this time, okay? So these are just some statistics that you should know and understand. And not only that, here's another really important statistic. Every single day, there are more than 1 billion people that are on YouTube, okay? So the question is, how can we get our products and services in front of your potential consumers? How do you grow your following? How do you add engagement? So, and then that way you can reach your goal, if in fact your goal is to sell more, okay? All right, wonderful. So here we go. Oh, you know what? Let me escape here, and I am gonna go to another platform. What I'm gonna do is, Jillian, I'm gonna stop sharing because I'm gonna get to the Q&A part of presentation for 1 minute, because let's see, I had another platform that was open. There we go. Wonderful. So let's see, getting right to the Q&A portion. And in just 1 minute, I'm going to share my screen because this is a very important slide that I wanted to share with everybody, just because it was a question that was brought up by many of you. And here we go. I'm just going to share my screen right here again. Okay. So this question came up often, and it reads like this: how can I change my personal channel to a business channel? Now, this here happened to me. When I first created a YouTube channel, I created a personal channel, and I didn't know it was a branded account, okay? So for many of you, this was the And so we're going to talk through that, and then I could give you more specifics on how to change your personal channel to a brand channel, or you probably already have a brand channel, but you don't know that you have it. So the first thing you need to do is, and what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to minimize here. I'm going to bring up the steps, and Jillian is also going to send a link over to you. So, and then that way you can have this for your reference, okay? So again, so to get started, the first thing you have to do is make sure you're logged into your YouTube account, okay? And so the second thing you do is, and if you like, you can jump right over where it says already have a branded account. But my pro tip is the following: make sure you're logged in to the account that you're looking to make the changes in. So on the right-hand side, as you can see here, you see this little bubble, this little picture of me right there. This means that I am logged into my Sixcia Devine account. But if I click down, I also have this other account that I've just added, right? So I have 5 different accounts. I also have my nonprofit account. So if I wanted to add that here, I could click add another account. And once I do that, if I click where it says already have a branded account, it will take me to that branded account page, or it will let me know if my account is already branded, okay? So for the link that Jillian just shared a little while ago, you can click here and then it'll take you to that account. And then from there, you should, again, here, this step should be first, you should already be signed in. If you're already signed in to your Gmail account, automatically you're going to be signed into your YouTube account. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to your channel list, okay? Then, okay, in this step, you're going to click to where it says create a channel. Even though you already have a personal account, you're going to create another account. And then from there, what you need to do is you're going to follow the steps that YouTube is going to be asking of you. Now, here's the thing with this. I've had many people ask me if they can keep their URL from their personal account because it might have a special name at the end. You can do that, but here's the thing. First, you should create your new branded account with the new name. And after you do that, you should wait 30 days. So YouTube requires you to wait 30 days in order for YouTube branded account to be verified, okay? So, and then after that happens, you're gonna go back to your personal account, then you're gonna copy that link, and then you're gonna transfer that link over to your new branded account. So essentially what you're doing is you're gonna have 2 accounts, okay? You're gonna have your personal account and then your new branded account. In your calendar, mark 30 days from now, you're going to go back into your branded account, and then you're going to be able to use that special link under your branded account. Now, if you don't want a special link for your branded account, then that's fine. Or if you don't want to transfer that personal end link with a special name, let's say that it's, Carita Smiles, right? Which might be the name of your organization. And you really want to keep that, then you can go ahead and make the transactions. But if you want to change it, you know, instead of using Karita Smiles, you might want to change the name to Take a Trip, Change a Life. And if you do decide to do that, then you don't have to wait 30 days. Now, another point here, okay, as it relates to transferring or creating a branded account is the following. So with all of your personal videos that you've uploaded, so YouTube, they'll call it personal videos. Once you transfer all of those videos, here's the thing that's not going to happen. So all of your likes are not going to transfer over to your new branded account. You're also not going to get any of those comments, okay? So please understand and know that you're not going to keep those. So you're essentially going to be moving all of those videos, but you're not going to get likes, you're not going to get the comments, but you will have those videos. And which, by the way, it's also a good opportunity for you to optimize those videos as it relates to SEO and using specific content for those videos to help attract the consumers or your potential consumers or potential subscribers to watch your videos, okay? So you have those details, okay? You have the link. Let me just go back here to see what our next question is. Well, actually, you know what? Let me ask Jillian. Jillian, are there any other specific questions as it relates to this topic right now?
No, I think you covered it. And I just want to call out Jocelyn M and Tina P because you answered their questions. And Tina and Jocelyn, if you have any follow-up questions to this, please feel free to use the raise hand button if you'd like to come on stage. But thank you again for providing those questions ahead of time.
Okay, thanks again, Jocelyn and Tina. And I think Kenneth as well.
Yes, correct, Kenneth. I do see a follow-up question from Christina Maria. And Christina Maria asks, will you still have the views even though you don't have the likes and comments?
So in that part, I have to double check to see if your views will still come up. Okay. And I also believe that the analytic information, you'll be able to take a look at that, but I'm not sure if the views, once they're transferred over, once your videos are transferred over, I'm not sure if those will show up. So that's going to be a response that we're going to follow up with in just a while. That's a really good question.
Awesome. Thanks, Sixcia.
All right, so now let's move on. And again, if there's another question that's related to the topics that we're talking about, please add those to the Q&A area. Okay, so for the second part, or actually another question is, what can I do to help a search engine connect my videos with people searching for things I provide? Okay, super popular question. The conversation I have with folks that are entering a market, even if it's a new market, if they're introducing a new product and service, it's essential that you understand who your consumer is. So during our last talk, when I was on, I talked about creating a consumer avatar. So a consumer avatar really helps you to identify the kinds of, the type of information that you need. So in that way you can get that content that you're going to be using. So as you creating your videos and the art that you're going to be using in those videos, okay? So one of the things that YouTube loves, okay, and also more specifically that Google loves is those keywords, but those keywords not only in text, okay? So I talk about content in three forms. Content is text, content is video, and content is also photo. But check this out. When you save a photo, you know how automatically your computer saves a photo as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera. What you want to do is the following. You want to save that piece of art, that picture, that product photo. You want to add either the name of your business, okay, or whatever that product or service that you're looking to promote is. Because number one, that's going to help with optimization as folks are looking for your product and service, okay? At the end of the day, as business owners, you are solution providers. So you are solving a problem. And when folks have a problem, they're going to ask, right? They're going to ask a question. either on the phone or on their desktop or on their iPad. And so when they ask a question, if your photo has a specific phrase or keyword, it's going to make it much easier to make the connection, okay? So the key is the following: making sure that you understand, again, who your consumer is by creating the consumer avatar, how old they are, specifically what keywords and terms your ideal consumers are using, what time of day are they connecting, what other complementary products and services are they purchasing or taking a look at. And so as it relates to this, because here's another follow-up question that I get, because yeah, I keep on talking about phrases and keywords. And the question is, well, how can I find what keywords are the best ones that my potential consumers or subscribers are using? Well, there's two platforms. The first platform that I like using because it's simpler for me, it's Google Trends. The other one is you can find it in Google Ads, but if you just Google it, it's the keyword finder. So just real quick, I'm just going to open up a new page right here, and I'm going to go to Google Trends, okay? Just to show you just real quick how you can compare and contrast different keywords, okay? So here, this is the page that I'm at. The link is right up here. Jillian, if you just want to drop that in the chat area for folks, that would be great. So before we compare or before we look at a specific keyword search, let's take a look at what we have down here. So here we see what the latest stories and insights are as it relates to what's trending right now. So we could see that Afghanistan is trending. We could see that Tokyo 2020 Paralympics, are trending. Now check this out. Recently trending, Cam Newton released, okay? Here's only murders in buildings, service dogs left in Afghanistan. So all of these are specific topics and trends right now that people are searching for. People are clicking on different links. If let's say you are creating an opinion-based, let's say YouTube video, and you wanted to share your ideas about politics, or maybe you wanted to provide some type of service to folks that are coming from Afghanistan as an example, you might want to come here and you might want to create some kind of content as it relates to these keywords. However, they should be relevant. The most important thing for you to remember about anything that you are doing in your business is relevancy, okay? Because if you don't have relevancy, then you're going to lose the trust of the folks that are looking at your video, reading your content. And what you want to do is you want to earn respect and you want to grow your brand. But what I'm trying to get at here is you have here a list of phrases that you could use in the content that you are creating, okay? If in fact you are doing something related to Afghanistan. So you could take a look at this. We also have Caldor Fire, we have Bishop Sycamore, Chase Rice, etc. And then here, which it's one of my favorite spots to go to whenever I'm in need of an inspirational video. But you can take a look at a compilation of videos throughout the years that Google has put together of what people have been searching for the most around the world. And they're pretty inspirational. Take a look at them when you have a chance. Maybe if we have some time, I don't know, Jillian and Betsy, maybe we can share one of these videos so that way we can give folks an idea of what people have been searching for around the United States or around the world. So up here, let's come back here. Let's focus our attention real quick here. So let's say that our search term that we're looking to compare or understand more about, let's say the search term is, I'm going to think of something real quick. How about exercise, okay? An exercise class. Let's say that you're looking to offer an exercise class and you're creating a YouTube video. Let's see what this looks like. So if I put in here, exercise class, okay? So boom, that's my search term. And so automatically Google is asking me to compare, but right now you see up here, if I'm looking to, let's say, use this search term in my video, in the art that I'm uploading, and in the pictures that I am uploading within the United States, okay? It gives me a pretty good idea within the past 12 months, all categories and web search. So it gives me here details on what is happening over time, okay? And what search term and how specifically this search term is behaving, okay? And then it also tells me here the interest by subregion, which is pretty broad, but check this out. Let's say that I wanted to be hyper specific, and you know what? I wanted to, let's say, promote my exercise class workshop maybe in New York, okay? So I could put, New York, okay? So I put that in, and now the details change. Now, instead of adding, within the past 12 months, we know that last year was a little bit different as it relates to data collection. So I'm gonna click this, and I am gonna change it to the past 5 years, just because it's gonna give me richer data and more details. Now, more specifically, if I wanted to, let's say, focus on beauty and fitness, I'm gonna select that, okay? Instead of books and leisure, because it doesn't really go with the topic that I'm looking to promote. So I'm gonna click beauty and fitness, okay? So now you see how this detail, it changes, right? And now it says only New York. Now, the other term that I might look to compare would be the following. So I know I'm gonna use exercise class as a key term, but check this out. What if I add exercise, workshop? Because that's another popular search term. Now, here's another pro tip. When you add in your key term, don't press enter. You have to click here. You see where it turns a little bit gray in order for it to show up. All right, I did that before, and I was just like, nothing happened. Now, check this out. As it relates to New York, exercise class is way more popular than exercise workshop. I want to make this a little bit more broader, and I'm going to click the United States. So then that way I can have more details, okay? So now what I wanna do is maybe I'm gonna add a third search term, okay? And then we're gonna transition over, just because I think that this part is really important for you to use. Number one, this is free. You don't have to apply to use Google Trends, you just have to use it. So let's see, we have exercise class, exercise workshop. How about exercise? Oh, how about exercise training? Okay, maybe that's something that's popular, or actually strength training comes up. So that search term might be a little bit more popular. Now check this out. So now we have these 3 search terms, and look what I just discovered. Instead of using the word exercise class or exercise workshop, if I use this term strength training, it's telling me right now that it's killing it. That search term is the one that I should be using if I wanted to reach more people. Now, if I scroll down here, it gives me more details, interest for search exercise as it relates to state. And if I click here, I can change here the search term to take a look at who's interested in exercise workshops, which is the other search term, and how about exercise class? And then it changes. So you can take a look at that. Here's another thing you could do is, if you're interested in sharing with, let's say, your marketing manager, or perhaps you're working with an assistant or somebody that's helping you with marketing, and you wanted to share the link, you could just come here and you could share it on Facebook if you would like, on Twitter, LinkedIn, or you could just simply share the link, okay, for this. Now, check this out here where it says related queries. These are other related questions that we probably haven't thought about as it relates to exercising, like bungee exercise, class near me, boxing exercise, class near me. So you kind of get an idea. And if I wanted to delete this, that search term, and take a look at what's happening, let's say I'm just going to delete this, I'm going to remove it because I just want to focus on exercise class and exercise workshop. Now I'm back here. But again, you can look at this, you can see which search terms are doing well, which ones are not. And then, oh, and here's another part too that I'd like for you to take a look at. Sometimes there isn't enough information aggregated. So you'll probably see this where it says interest by subregion. So you kind of have to play with it a little bit. And then here, I'm just going to show you, let me just bring this down here. I'm just going to go here so that way we can Google, let's see, Google keyword planner. All you have to do is Google it. Here's another thing too, is you should be logged in to your Google account in order for you to use this, okay? So it's gonna say, hey, sign in. But if you click where it says go to Keyword Planner, you can skip the sign in and then it takes you here. With this platform, and Jillian, I don't wanna take a ton of time here, but this part could really be beneficial for folks who haven't used the Google Keyword Planner or Google Trends. So just let me know when you need me to stop so that way we can continue with some of the other questions, okay?
For sure. We do have Jocelyn on stage with a follow-up question, but I think that the Keyword Planner is a super helpful tool that will help with, planning your SEO strategy around your YouTube videos. So definitely take all the time you need here, just knowing that Jocelyn is on stage.
All right, Jocelyn, I'll be with you in 1 minute. Okay, maybe a minute and a half. All right, so we are here. We are looking at the Google Keyword Planner. And you see where it says discover new keywords or get search volume and forecast. What we're going to do is we're going to click here, discover new keywords. And then here it's asking me, okay, to enter my products and services closely related to your business. So let's see, I am going to add here as an example, I have a volunteer program in Dominican Republic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add volunteer just because I'm curious to see what new keywords pop up. Okay, so I'm going to put volunteer, how about international volunteer? That's better. International volunteer. Okay. And then here it's asking me to enter a domain to use as a filter, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't have to use a domain name. I could add my domain name, but let's just see what happens when I click on get results. Now check this out, okay? I put in international volunteer. Here are some other suggestions that Google is telling me I could use. So I could use community service. That looks really good. International jobs, social organizations, national volunteers, etc. Right? Let's add here community service. So now I have these two related topics. So if I click on, you have to click on get results. And then when I see what's happening, okay, what Google has done is it's telling me right now, here are some keyword ideas. Right here, it says volunteer opportunity. Here's another one, but here's community service, volunteerism. And so it gives me a list of keywords that are related to some of the topics that I am looking for, okay? And if you want to download these, you select here. Let's see, you can go to right here, and then you see where it says add keywords to create, to save to your platform. So right now it's saving to my Google keyword account right now. But let's see, if I wanted to, I'm just gonna come here, let's see. If I wanted to exclude any adult ideas, etc., I would click here, okay? But now here's another thing where it says competition. You could also take a look at what kind of competition these keywords are doing. So we have medium competition, we have low competition, which means that these keywords are high, but it's low competition as it relates to people bidding for those words. So these are all great suggestions for me to take a look at. So you see where it says here, 100 keywords added to your plan. So I could also click view saved keywords if I wanted to. So I could come here and then I could take a look at some of the suggestions that Google has given me. And if I wanted to create a campaign, now remember, we're in my Google Ads platform right now. If I wanted to create a campaign, I would click here and then all of those keywords would be transferred over to my campaign. Then I would have the opportunity to chat, to use whichever ones I would like, okay? But anyway, you could come here and at least you would have a broader idea of how to use them. Okay, so now I'm just gonna transition back here, and why don't we give the mic over to Jocelyn?
Hi, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yep, I could hear you.
Great, thanks. I'm also fellow Dominican,
Oh, nice.
Dominican parents. I love your story.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for helping me with the branded information. I'm the one that asked about the personal. And so I started way back when it was AOL days. And to get into Gmail, that was crazy. And to get my name somehow, long story, I made it happen. But then I was just got overwhelmed. I said, oh no. So now that I have a new personal, which is in my personal Gmail. I also have my Inc., Jocelyn Martinez Inc., and that is Jocelyn at jocelynmartinez.com. So my goal is to get that personal, which has 6 subscribers, to the other branded new account, because it has my name. I mean, after 30 days, I'll be able to get my Jocelyn Martinez name. The thing is, when I get into my YouTube, it's not YouTube, whenever I click on the little icon on the right, as you did in the beginning,
Yep.
I see Jocelyn Martinez Inc., then I see my personal, and then I see Jocelyn at jocelynmartinez.com, which is where I want this Inc. thing to be. Am I confused with what is an account and what's a channel? And I don't know where to find the transfer now. I'm supposed to wait 7 days to transfer it into my official one.
So so the thing that might be happening, Jocelyn, is when you are in your YouTube account, you're probably looking at the YouTube account that's selected. Let me see if I could jump into mine, because it might be easier for me to walk you through. So I have a few example accounts. So let me just share my screen with you real quick. Let's see if we could do this. Can everybody see my screen right now?
Not yet. No.
Oh, not yet. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Let me share screen. Okay, how about now? Good?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let me just move this over here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go right to my YouTube channel. Let's see, this comes up right here. So this is a sample account that I have. So check this out right here. This is one platform that I use, okay? When I click that, probably what's coming up is for your account, there might be a bunch of, let me get this out of the way. There might be a bunch of other names that pop up. What you wanna do is, you see where it says here, switch account? Okay, so right here where it says switch account, you wanna make sure that you click that. Now check this out. This is my sample account, Sixcia. This is a new brand account, and this is another sample account that I have. If you wanted to, let's say, just create one branded account all together, and this is actually really good for Kenneth and I think Tina, you have to do this. You have to go to account, and then you see where it says add account. You're gonna click that. And then it's gonna ask you to sign in again. And this always happens to me. So just real quick, I'm just gonna sign in. And then watch what's gonna happen right here. So it's gonna say select the channel. So I don't know, we're gonna select this one. And then it's gonna take me back here. But and once it takes you back to the channel you're looking for, what I want you to do is go to /account. This is here, this is the magic link right here. And you need right here, so make sure you say this, youtube.com/account, okay? Once you get here, it's gonna take you to, like, let's say it's a major account that you're working with. And then you're gonna click to where it says add or manage your channel. You're gonna click that, and then look, these are 3 different accounts that I have, okay? This one is a branded account. This one is a branded account. This one is not a branded account. If you wanted to, like, let's say, work with this account, you could click on it, which it's the account we're working on. If you wanted to edit this account, you can click on that. Now, here's the thing. In order for you to transfer over, let's say, one branded account to another branded account, or even a personal account to a branded account, you have to, if you wanted to create a new one, you have to click here where it says create a channel, okay? Then once you do that, that's when you can take the steps to go ahead and then transfer over all of those videos into your new account. So in that link that Jillian sent, that's when you're able to go through those steps, step by step. So I think what's happening, Jocelyn, is you have to make sure here that you're logged into the right account. So if you come here again, and if you go to where it says switch channels, your channel information is going to come up. It's going to say, these are your different channels that are coming up. So, I mean, what's your goal?
Yeah, I've seen that like 1,000 times, because I keep going to different places. Whether I go to like I start from my Google Gmail, I find, and then I go to YouTube. Oh, great. Now it's not letting me even sign in the way that you kind of do it. So the thing is, my goal is not to have too many channels. Am I forced to have a personal, even in my brand account? Because if I have my personal account, it says you have a channel. And then if I just want one YouTube channel, that's all I want.
Yes. Okay. So here's the thing. So when you do need to have a personal account in order for you to have a branded account. Awesome question. I'm happy that you asked that. However, the way to work only your branded account is you have to make sure when you're here. So look at this. This is my simple account. This is my personal account right here. And these are two sample branded accounts. If I just wanted to work and promote and add content and videos, I have to make sure that I am in the account that I want to work in, okay? So right here, it brings me to this account. You just have to make sure that whatever account you are in is the one that you want to work. So just make sure that if you're logged into your personal account, you wanna go to your branded account. So then that way you can work that account. And so the more you work your branded account, obviously you're gonna get much more opportunities for people to see your videos. You know, you're sharing content. I'm not sure if you're informing, educating, or inspiring, but that's what you need to do.
Great. I am going to re-listen to all of this and narrow it down, but it's good to know that I'm forced to have a personal kind of YouTube channel or something. And so if I have 2 emails, okay, I get it. That branded account is going to be moved over to the one I want.
Yes. Now make sure, Jocelyn, if your personal account has a special URL link, like maybe it's Jocelyn Martinez. Is that your last name? Okay. So don't do anything with that personal account, okay? Leave that for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then after 30 days, then you can go ahead and you can transfer over that unique URL to your new branded account. So you just have to be a little patient with that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome and good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, Jocelyn. And I am going to invite you to join us back in the audience. I do want to call out that we have about 18 minutes before the bottom of the hour because time flies when you're having fun. And we have put in a few asks for some folks with great questions. So I just want to call out Eugene. I want to call out Lorraine, Reginald, and Donna. If you'd like to come on stage to ask Sixcia your question, please raise your hand. And since you asked your question early on, oh, okay, I see Eugene. Thank you so much. Sixcia, are we ready for Eugene?
Yes, we are.
Perfect. All right, I am bringing Eugene on stage. And I also wanted to call out Eugene, thank you so much for joining us again this week because you had asked this question during last week's session, and I'm really glad that we're able to get you some FaceTime with a Grow with Google expert.
Hey, Eugene. I think you might be on mute.
Hello, how you doing?
There you go. Hey, how you doing?
All right, excuse the music in the background. But I wanted to ask if I create a banner, can I put a video there instead of a still picture?
You know what?
How flexible is that banner?
Right now, you're not able to put a video in a YouTube banner. Although that's really creative. And you're not able to put a GIF either. Right now, the only thing you could do is just upload a banner. And when I was on a week and a half ago, there were different platforms that you could use. Eugene, if you already made a banner, you probably know of the different platforms that you could use with the dimensions. So then that way your banner could look nice, crisp, professional. And so the platform that I like to use is called Canva. So if you go to canva.com and if you put in YouTube, I could show you just real quick how that is. Would that be helpful to you or no?
Sure, definitely.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna, let me share my screen with you real quick. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna go to canva.com. Now check this out. So Canva is free. I'm already logged in here. If I wanted to create a YouTube banner, now obviously Canva also has a paid version, but listen, whatever is free is for me. And so I think it should be for you too. So check out the free version. Right here where it says YouTube channel art, and check this out, automatically it gives you the dimensions that you need for YouTube. And also you see here, YouTube display ad. You can also create a display ad, the YouTube icon, okay, which is the little circle that comes up with your face or your logo of your business. Your YouTube thumbnail, this is a really good one where you can create a thumbnail, which is the picture before the video gets started. You know how you can add a title to your video. You could come here and you can create your YouTube thumbnail.
So every time a video shows, that shows first.
Exactly, right. So look, check this out. You can click here. Then when you upload your video, and towards the end where it says what picture do you want to show as part of your video, what you want to do is you want to upload the YouTube thumbnail video that you've created in this platform. Here are a bunch of examples, Eugene. So check this out. You can click this, you can change the picture here, you know, even here, just real quick, if you click on it, you know, you can upload your photo. If you don't like that photo, you get rid of it. You can change here, marketing strategy, etc. You can, you know, there's right here, this is where you upload pictures, you get a picture of you download it, and then once you're done doing that, you go to YouTube and then you upload the thumbnail the thumbnail for your video. So that way, again, you're much more professional. Make sure you add your logo. I like adding my logo even to the thumbnail. But the most important thing is it's the title of whatever video you are sharing, okay? And then that title is also going to contain the keywords that we so often talked about today, okay?
Okay. My second question is,
Sure.
I have a lot of email addresses with Google, right?
Okay.
So I do script writing, so I got one for that, and I got something for other business. So I have an email for everything, but I subscribe for YouTube under one account. And do I need to do it under that account that I'm subscribing, or can I set up my company under a different email address and then transfer everything from even the one that I actually subscribe to to keep it uniformed, or so that doesn't have to be the subscribed email, correct?
Yeah, so when you, under your YouTube account, it's gonna say what email address do you wanna use? So and then that way, you know when people are subscribing. So you could change those email addresses, but I would say that for your businesses, if you are not, you have one YouTube channel, but you have 4 or 5 different businesses, or email addresses?
I have more than that actually, but yeah.
Okay, all right. So if you're only using one YouTube account, okay, one YouTube account, that YouTube account you'll only be able to use one email address in order for you to get those details. My suggestion would be is to simplify your Gmail accounts and have one Gmail account where you're getting all of your messages forwarded to one account. So that way, you know, if somebody is emailing you from X, Y, and Z company,
Right.
you know, and you have one platform, you just have to monitor it, you know, instead of you logging into all of those various accounts. Make sure you have, you know, simplify your life. Sometimes that could be overwhelming, or maybe you miss an email. But as it relates to you having an email on YouTube, so it's one email per account, okay? Maybe the email that you have right now, maybe it's not connected with your major emails. And what you might want to do is you might want to have your the messages that are sent to that email forwarded to the email account that you mostly use, okay? Just Google, because I know it's a ton of information, and my thing, I'm also visual, I need to see it. What you might want to do is, you know, how to forward email addresses to one Gmail account.
Does it have to be just a subscribed email?
So the email that you've added to your YouTube, the information is going to come to that email address, and you can change that email address too in YouTube, in the YouTube settings. Okay, I think Eugene is frozen. Okay, wait, there you are.
Okay, yeah, you pause for a second. I pause for a second.
Oh, I think that Eugene, you have cut out.
Okay.
Are you there with us? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a subscription under my.
So I think your question is, it doesn't have to be,
That I pay for. It can be under another email. It doesn't really matter which email I use.
as long as that email address is in your YouTube account, in the system preferences, you can change, you can update those details. It's kind of going back and forth. Eugene is like, stop, pause, stop, pause.
Right. I think what we're going to do is we're going to invite Eugene to join us back in the audience. There are some really great pieces of advice. I see one for Christina Marie, trying to be mindful of time. And then, so what we can do is, Eugene, if you'd like to, sorry. I think you're still freezing up, but if you'd like to join us in the chat and maybe some of our community members can help you out, I think that would be really helpful. So we do have some folks queued up. I do have Donna on stage, and then after that, I'd love to bring on Lorraine and then Tina, and then Pat, I see your hand raised. If you would like to chat me what your question is, just to make sure it's on topic, we can go in that order. Does that work? Awesome. All right, Donna, I'll invite you to turn on your video, and then I'm going to bring Tina on to queue her up.
Hey, Donna.
It tells me that I can't. Okay, here we go. Okay.
I see you. Nice. Oh, there you are. Nice to see you. Where are you connecting from?
From Houston, Texas.
Nice. Awesome.
Thanks. This has been really great. So I had a couple of questions, but last time they were talking about if you have subtitles in your video, there's a place that you need to click or something. Does that mean it's to add manual subtitles in? I put them in the video itself. Is there a place I need to let my viewers know that they're there?
So in the area where it says when the information is uploading, when you upload your video, there's going to be an area that says, would you like to add subtitles? And if you click that, Donna, automatically YouTube adds that for you. However, if you wanted to use your subtitles on your own, because there could be maybe some words and phrases that you wanted to omit, or maybe you wanted to change the content, you can go ahead and do it yourself. So you do have the option of having YouTube do that for yourself. Now, if I do a lot of sessions in Spanish, and what happens is sometimes it doesn't pick up the right pronunciation, or if I enunciate correctly, sometimes it doesn't come up correctly. I mean, I saw a really funny video about a high school principal in Rhode Island. And so we have a very unique accent, which is similar to New Yorkers, except it's very unique to Rhode Island. And when I saw the subtitles, I was like, oh, wow, that does not sound like anything this person is saying. So again, you have to be mindful of that, but YouTube is doing their best all of the time to make sure that they pick up on that. So you do have the option. So in the area where it says, I believe it's the description area, right, and it's going to ask you for the options. Would you like to add subtitles? It shows up automatically, or I believe there's an area that says manually upload. You could also do that as well.
Well, and I just thought rather than having, if I don't click it, then the people that wanted to see them couldn't, but is there a way that I can look at it and edit them if they're not correct? Or would it be best to just not say for YouTube to add the subtitles?
Well, you could, so I think it would be great for you to add subtitles, closed captioning. Yes, because I mean, there are several folks that might be interested in learning about your topic and service, and perhaps, they might be hearing impaired, or it might be easier for them to read. And so my suggestion would be, you really want to have something like that, So
Well,
that way,
I do have closed caption. I guess that's what it is when it's within the video. It's closed caption.
Mhm.
So I do include that, but I
Okay,
didn't
good.
know if we needed to do the additional subtitles as well. Because they can copy a transcript, right? From the
Yes,
thing. Okay. I
yes,
don't have to do that, right? I mean, I can have it in the description, but I don't have to add an additional transcript.
exactly. You're exactly right. And in the description in that area, here's another pro tip for you if you're looking to gain more followers. You also have the ability to add additional hashtags as well. So you can go ahead. So YouTube has an area where it says, add hashtags. And so what happens is it'll show up, but you can add additional hashtags if you like in the description body. So and then that way it could help with optimization as well.
I had a question about that too. And thanks for the tips on Google keyword finders and those things. I haven't used much of that, but I will certainly start using that. So you can put the hashtags at the bottom. I know they put a couple of them at the top where the title is, and then a couple, more at the bottom.
Right.
So, okay.
So the ones that are on the bottom in the body in the description area, those are the additional ones that you can add. The ones that show up on top, those are the ones that you add when you're adding in the description. And then where it says add hashtags, those specific hashtags, those will show up on the top. But and then you also have the added value. So that way it won't look like it's overwhelming to the viewer with so many. And I believe that YouTube, I don't know what the number is, but they do limit the amount of hashtags you can put up there. You can you can add the additional hashtags in the description area of your video.
Okay, but is that something that you click on and then the word pops up and it highlights it? Or is it one that you just type in with hashtags?
It's one, so the part that I'm talking at, in the description area where you're describing your video, when you're typing in, it's in that area in the description box. So that's where you're gonna add. So so let's say that, you're adding in details about the description, and then you can add on the next line, hashtag educational, hashtag English writer, hashtag. So you can add additional hashtags there.
Okay, I think I'm doing it, but I may be doing it in more places than.
Oh, well, hey, that's not a bad thing as long as your video looks crisp and it's not overwhelming to viewers. If you're doing it, then good job. I mean, and are you getting results?
I have about 3,800 viewers, I guess. So
amazing. Congratulations.
I think that's pretty good. It's organic.
I think so too.
Yeah. It's an organic thing.
Look at you.
And I have to say for myself, for the other people out there that are wondering if it helps their business, I also put in a link for my calendar for an appointment and asked them to schedule a call with me. So I have had a lot of my clients find me because of my YouTube videos. They contact me or look at my website or that kind of thing and contact me directly. So as far as I'm concerned, Google My Business and YouTube has been the best places to promote your small business.
That's fantastic, Donna. And did you know that you can get your Google My Business link and you can add that link to your YouTube as well? So, I mean, as part of the description, how you add your calendar, you can also say, hey, visit my Google My Business page. So you should do that.
Where do I put that? Because I just found out that MailChimp has a place where you can link or integrate your Google My Business, but I didn't know where to find it to put it from YouTube to Google My Business.
So what you could do is you can get your URL from your Google My Business, and in the same area, there are different folks that do it differently. Where it says, contact me at Instagram, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Google My Business, or see my Google My Business site. What you want to do is you might want to create a bit.ly or shorten your Google My Business link, or actually within Google My Business, it's already shortened for you. So in the dashboard, you could go in and you could grab that. So again, it could just help with optimization. Yeah, but it sounds like you're doing all the wonderful things. Yeah.
I haven't done the contact me on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. I don't use those as much. So I've just focused mostly on YouTube.
Yes. Donna, one last thing, and this is really important. So in the area where it says information about my page, you can add your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and it will show up in the banner of your YouTube page. So I'm just going to Just
Oh,
real
can you
quick.
show that? Okay.
Yeah, let's see if I have here. I'm just going to go to my YouTube. Let's see. And if I go to my page, my sample page, I'm just going to go to my channel. And then check this out. You see here, I just have web, Facebook, and Instagram. You see how that shows up?
Yes.
There you go. So you want to make sure you go into the dashboard of the YouTube studio.
And you're
and then-
about.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and the thing about I use Canva, but I didn't know that they had a YouTube thumbnail. I just kind of put together one, and so I will have to check that out too. That was
Nice.
great.
Do the
Thank
free
you.
version. Good
I
luck.
was wondering if it was the free version. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Bye.
Donna, and thanks for attending this sprint.
Thank you.
All righty. So it looks like Tina had to drop off. So what I'm going to do is, and Sixcia, I know we are 1 minute past. Would it be okay if we just ask 2 more questions?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. All righty. So I'm going to ask Tina's question on her behalf, and then we already have Lorraine on stage, and we will wrap up with her. So Tina asked this question. I created a branded account for my videos, but did not move over to my branded account. How do I move my linked videos or my liked videos to my branded account? So it seems as if it's not necessarily just about the likes, it's that the videos have not moved over to the branded account.
Okay, so she has already done the transition. She's already connected her personal account to her branded account.
It doesn't say. So perhaps that's the step that's missing, the connection.
Yes. So the connection would be, and so she already has a branded account. So what she's going to have to do is she's going to go ahead and transfer over her personal account into her branded account. Here's the thing though, because it sounded in that question that she wanted to get the likes from her personal videos onto her branded account, but that's not going to be possible because if you are transitioning, if you are moving all of those videos over, the comments and the likes will not be transferred over. However, the thing that we need to check on is the views part. But I know that folks will lose likes and comments once they're transferring one set, all of the videos from one account, if it's one branded account or a personal account to another account, those details are not going to be saved, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you so much. We'll make sure to let Tina know that you answered this question. And last but not least, I'm going to invite Lorraine to join us on video. Hey, Lorraine. How's it going?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm sorry, my light was out, so I'll just leave it on the picture. Thank you for having this. I have 2 questions, but I'll make it quick. The first question is, with regards to trends and keywords, do you advise to change them often in order to get more viewers, to check the trends in order to get more viewers on a video, or you can just leave it alone and go to the next video?
Lorraine, I thank you so much for asking that question. By the way, where are you connecting from?
Chicago.
Yeah, go Chicago, Beantown in the house. All right. So thank you for asking that question. My suggestion is the following. Trends, keywords, they're changing often, okay? Oh, there you are, I see you, there you are. So, so Lorraine, they're changing often. So my suggestion would be to go back into your YouTube channel. In your hashtag area, you always want to update your hashtags depending on what new keywords are trending. In the description area, you also want to add, different phrases and keywords. However, you don't want to get rid of the ones that are working. And so then the question is, well, how do I know which ones are working and which ones are not? What you want to do is you want to use the keyword finder, and you could also continue to use or start using Google Trends, and then compare the keywords that you're using often to see which ones are having a better outcome on the areas that you're trying to reach your subscribers or your consumers. So you have to go in, words change, in Rhode Island, we use different words here than they do in California. So we have something that we drink here all the time. It's called coffee milk. In California, they have coffee syrup. If there was a business that was selling coffee syrup in California and they were doing a video on it, nobody would find it. So, and then they'd have to update those keywords to reflect what that community is searching for. So when you start to take a look at, what's trending, what words are hot, which ones are not, my suggestion would be go in there and optimize your videos with those words.
Okay.
In the description area. You could also go in and you could edit the videos. You could edit the titles of the videos if you like. So if you go into the YouTube studio, you can go back and change the videos. However, if you are creating those, the thumbnails as pictures, usually the title of the thumbnail should go on that, or you could make it something else. You could have, let's say the thumbnail could be one enticing title that's related to the topic that you're sharing, and then perhaps the title could be something else, but just make sure that they're connected, that they're relevant.
Got it. And my second question is, I'm having a problem copying the link to my YouTube channel on social media. Whenever I try to do that, it seems to come up with the link that is my working, like maybe the studio or whatever. It's not going to the brand or the link that I need for people to subscribe to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you want them to go to your channel, right? You want them to go to your channel, not a specific video?
The channel, right, and subscribe.
Okay, so let's see, there is a way, and you know what? There are steps, which I think what I am gonna do is I'm gonna have Jillian email that to you, because what you're gonna have to do is you are going to have to, and again, I don't know if it's something that the support team has, but I can take a look at that for you, where you can go into your dashboard, and then there's an area where you can share your YouTube channel URL. You could copy that, and then that's the one that you want people to get to. How your subscription, that little button, I have to see if there's a way for you to get that, because your goal is to get more people to subscribe, right? That's what you want. The thing is I know that you can copy the URL channel, and then that little other subscription area, that there, I have to confirm to see if there is a special URL for that, because what might happen is they will physically have to go to your channel, right? And then from there, hit the subscribe button, and then it's integrated into their YouTube channel. So, and then that way, your videos will show up when they're on their YouTube, and if you put one out, then they're able to get it whenever you have a new video out there. But I know that there is a way for you to share the link. However, the subscription part, I have to confirm. So right now, I believe that they have to go to your channel. They have to click subscribe, because there's an integration platform there. So, and then that way they could see your videos once they come up. Let me write that down.
Thank you so much.
All right, Lorraine, take care. I hope that was helpful.
Yes.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you so much, Lorraine. I'm going to invite you to join us back in the audience. And I want to thank everyone for all of your questions. It looks like we got through everything. And so with that, I would love for y'all to go into the chat window and take a look at the link that Brittany Hall just posted. And here she is on stage. We want to hear your feedback on this programming. You stuck with us for the last 3 weeks and change. And if you found this content to be valuable, and if you want to keep seeing this type of programming, we have to hear from you. We want to hear your feedback on what worked, what didn't, and how we can continue bringing events just like this to you in a way that is valuable for your business. Real quick, and I didn't talk to her about this, and I'm putting her on the spot, but Brittany, would you like to share a little words on what we've got going on next month?
Absolutely. So starting the day after Labor Day, next Tuesday, we hope that you'll join us for our Accelerate Your Amazon Business Sprint, which is put on in partnership with our partners at Amazon. You'll be learning how to start or grow your Amazon business, which will be particularly relevant for those of you who are in e-commerce running up to the holiday season. So I'll pop a link in the chat for registration, and we'd love to see you there. Our Ask Me Anything sessions will be with both Amazon experts and real small business sellers who have found success on Amazon. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing you starting next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brittany. And Sixcia, as we close our very first ever bonus AMA, do you have any tips or advice you'd like to share with the business owners on the line with us?
Well, let's see. So I shared a tip from my grandmother the last time I spoke, and I think that today I'm going to share another tip from her, and it was the following. She said, Sixcia, there are so many things in life for you to do. The most important thing is for you to have fun with it. And so my grandmother was just such a beautiful, wise woman. And she always offered very candid, very direct, and very pointed, just advice for me. And so I would say this, have fun with it. If you're not having fun creating the videos, then don't do it. Just stop and reevaluate where you are, because you should have fun and also think about being of service and adding value, but in a way that is true to yourself and who you are. So that's my advice.
I love it. And what better note to end this sprint on and this bonus AMA. Sixcia, Betsy, thank you so much for your partnership. We value your partnership and have really loved working on these sprints with you. Brittany and Danielle couldn't do this without the amazing Hello Alice team. So again, we would love for y'all to submit your feedback, and please join us next month for our next sprint and for the rest of the awesome sprints we have planned for the year. As always, at Hello Alice, you can get all the help you need to launch, fund, grow, and manage your business. So if there are any questions that come up after this call, please post them in the community, and you will not only have access to us, but access to a community of almost 500,000 entrepreneurs just like you. So until next time, y'all, thank you so much. Bye-bye.